Hey, welcome back to another YouTube video. So this is a really quick video today just to help explain some of the things I have to consider when we start to move from summer into autumn, but very specifically around the main line diameter and the hook length diameter of your lines. The reason for this, one of my viewers only a couple of weeks ago said to me he's only started back into fishing about 12-18 months ago or something like that, and he wasn't quite sure what he needed to do in terms of downsizing on his lines as he moved through the season. So that's what this video is about. It's just a very quick video just to give you my opinion and the things I consider before I start to make those small changes. So let's talk about fishing for silvers, because as we move through the summer into autumn, and definitely the back end of autumn into winter, we're starting to target the silvers. Now, I don't actually stop targeting them in the summer. I still fish for silvers. Now, if I was fishing, let's say, a pole line, I would be fishing a 0.16. This just happens to be a Preston Innovations line. It's a 0.16 mil diameter main line, and it's a £5, the equivalent of £5 6 ounce breaking strain. I would use that on my main line if I was fishing for silvers on my pole. The reason being for that is because as you're fishing through the water, you're going to hopefully get some bites on the drop, get some skimmers, but also the bigger skimmers are going to be on the bottom, and you're probably going to get some tench coming as well. But also because it's summer, even though it's not my target fish, the carp will come in, and if I'm fishing a match, I want to be able to get them out. So that 0.16 mil diameter will do my pole rig, and I know I'll still get everything out. But ultimately, I am fishing for the silvers. The fish are very active, feeding heavily, so I'm quite happy with that. On the hook, I'll be fishing this 0.11 mil diameter, which has the equivalent of a £3 6 ounce breaking strain. So as long as you're, depending on the brand, they're roughly the diameters and breaking strains you need to consider when you're in the summer. Now, if I'm fishing a waggler in the summer, a normal float waggler, and I'm casting past my pole line, let's say around 15 meters, catapulting some maggots, catching skimmers on the drop, I would be fishing this. This happens to be the Matrix one. Again, forget the branding. This is not about branding, but it's about the breaking strain. This just happens to be a 0.16 as well diameter, but it's a £4, the equivalent of £4 breaking strain. I'd be fishing that on my waggler rod, and again, I'd be fishing the 0.11 diameter hook length, which is the £3 6 ounce hook length if I was fishing a waggler. So they would be my diameters and the equivalent of breaking strains in pounds if I'm fishing for silvers in the summer. Now, as we move to the autumn, things that I would consider are, how are the fish feeding? Am I still feeding quite heavy? Am I getting plenty of bites? Am I putting lots of fish in my net? If the answer is yes, well, why would I change my diameter of my main line and the diameter of my hook length? Well, I wouldn't. I'm still catching plenty of fish. They're still very active. Now, the only time I'll start to think about it is as we get to the back end of autumn, and as we move into winter. The fish will definitely start to slow down, mainly because the temperature has changed. The outside temperature will most definitely have changed, but the temperature of the water will definitely have dropped by 2 to 3 degrees. The fish start to slow down. They fill themselves up for the winter. They get more lethargic. They're moving slower. They're not feeding as much. Now, the real reason why I'll probably start thinking at that point to downsize is I don't believe fish can see the line. It's just not something I believe in, but I do believe they can feel the line on the side of their body. So downsizing, because you're catching less in the winter, you're not getting as many bites. You don't want to be spooking the fish in your swim. So, and the fish are more lethargic, so you can afford to downsize. Even if you do hook into a bigger fish, the chances are it's more lethargic. It's going to plod around. You got a better chance of getting it in still on a lower line. So I would only consider reducing the diameter of my main line and my hook line when we get more closer to the back end of autumn into the winter, and that is when I would do it. Early autumn, I would not make any changes. It's my personal opinion. It works for me. I'm still catching plenty of fish. We're now in autumn, and I haven't yet changed my line at all. So I don't know what you guys think, but as usual, guys, please leave a comment. Just let me know what you think, whether you think, my technique and my considerations I give to my fishing are what you do as well. If you do something different, if you feel like you change your lines and there's a good reason, a technical reason why we should do that, please let me know, let the viewers know as well. Just leave a comment on the video, that'd be really, really helpful. Also, if you haven't already, guys, just hit that subscribe button. Please subscribe to the channel. Videos are free. That's all I ask for. So leave a comment and subscribe to the channel. But until next time, guys, tight lines.